Dear students, welcome to the lecture session on synchronous motor drives. It is continued from the last session. Okay, so today I am going to discuss the industrial drives. Okay, under this I am going to discuss the some of the bits: textile mills, steel rolling mills, okay, cranes, with machine tools. Okay, so here uh, the textbook is I am referring electrical drives concepts and applications, okay, by Vedam Subramanyam. Earlier I have earlier modules means whatever I so far I discussed, okay, so it is under GK Dubey, fundamentals of electrical drives. Let us begin with the textile mills. Textile mills, there are different processes which are cotton to silvers, blowing, cording, spinning, and finally looms. Okay. Let us have a glance over this and which are the motors are used. Okay. The first one is the textile mills, the cotton to silver. Okay. The process by separating the seeds from cotton is known as ginning. Okay. So what they are doing, first they are separating the seeds from cotton. Okay. Impurities are picked up and removed. It's opened completely and it's converted into silver. Okay. The impurities picked up and removed, then it is converted into silvers. The silvers are gathered in cans and then processed on a drying machines, which makes them uniform by stating the fiber. So for this purpose, the ginning purpose, the motors are used the speed range 250 rpm to the 1450 rpm, and the squirrel cage induction motor is employed. Blowing, the next process is blowing. The gin cotton in the form of bales is opened and is cleaned up, okay, very well in blowing room. Normally three phase for this purpose, the blowing purpose, the three phase induction motor may be used for the purpose. No speed control is required. The motors having synchronous speed 1000 or 1500 rpm may be employed. Both synchronous machines and induction machines are employed for the blowing purpose. Cording, the process of converting cleaned cotton into laps. Okay, so what is the cording means, it is a process of converting cleaned cotton into laps is done by lap machine, which are normally three phase standard squirrel cage motors. Laps are converted to the silvers by a process called cording. A motor is used for cording is required to accelerate a drum having a large moment of inertia. Okay, so large moment of inertia drum is need to accelerate. Okay, so for this purpose they are using the motor selected must have a very high starting torque due to the large moment of inertia. The motor selected must have a very high starting torque. Okay, and sufficiently thermal capacity to withstand the heat produced by the losses occurring during prolonged acceleration, because it takes prolonged means it will take more time to start because it has large moment of inertia. So such motors are used which are withstanding a sufficient thermal capacity. Okay, here some of the ratings are given. If you are smaller rating motors in the range of 1.1 to 1.5 kilowatt may be used for light fiber. For heavy fiber, rating increases 2.2 to 5.5 kilowatt. Okay, speed will be nearly 750 to 1000 rpm squirrel motors. Okay, the poles also it will be given. Somehow you have to remember this ratings. Okay, when you are explaining this you have to include these points. Okay, and squirrel cage motors 8 bar 6 poles having the synchronous speed in the range of 750 to 1000 rpms are normally employed. Further, the motors may be started directly from the line to achieve good starting torque. Slip ring motors may be advantages. Okay, this is also very important point. The slip ring motors may be advantages to with rotor resistance starter, because we can vary the rotor resistance and we can start the motor. Okay, by giving a high starting torque, because we are including the uh, rotor in we are including the resistance in rotor circuit. I repeat my sentence here. What it is, by including the resistance in rotor circuit, the torque which it will be increases. Okay, might be you are knowing this point, right? Hence the slip ring motors are be advantages, so that we can include the resistance during starting. Okay, high starting torque is required, no? Then once once it is once it is so call has come, just a moment. Okay, anyhow I will continue now. As I am discussing about the slip ring induction motors. Slip ring induction motor means the we are adding external resistance. We are adding external resistance to the rotor circuit, so that we will achieve starting torque will be high. Once the motor will be accelerated, we can remove the uh, rotor resistance, so that torque is not required, means we can removing the rotor resistance, because otherwise what it will happen, power loss it will be take place in the rotors rotor resistance. Okay, so that we can avoid it and we can go for the for a higher starting torque purpose. Slip ring induction motors can be used. The silvers are converted into uniform state fibers by means of drying the machines. Now these silvers which it will be converted, it will be drying in the machines. These are also normal standard motors. However, the motors selected must be capable of stopping instantly, means the motor should be stopped instantly in case of silver braking. The drying machines are sometimes self brake motors which satisfy these requirements. Okay, the motor is subjected to the engine to place up the broken silver again. So hence the capable of stopping instantly, they will be used here. Okay. So when the brake forms any integral part of the motor, there is no necessity for a clutches and the motor becomes compact. Next one is spinning. So the process of spinning is, before the thread is ready for final spinning, it is thinned down in 2 or 3 stages by processing it on a fly or speed frame. Okay, so in this process, the motor with a smooth acceleration is necessary to drive this frame. Okay, so this is the very important point. And the motor ratings, the operating speed is 500 rpm. Okay, and the acceleration time is 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, next process is the looms. The weaving of air in into cloth is done in looms. Okay, so here the weaving of air is done, the cloth is done in looms. Their drives may be either Semi-group drives are individual drives depending upon the quality of cloth required. The speed of operation is normally 600 to 750 rpm. Okay, such motors requirements are here given here. Starting torque must be high. The duty cycle consists of frequent starting and stopping. Okay, the load on the loom motor is variable and intermediate. To avoid frequent starting and stopping, the motor may be decoupled, okay, from the load by means of clutch. Okay, so in between there will be a stopping the motor. That time what they are doing here, from the load it will be decoupled using the clutches. The operations requires a reciprocating mechanism. Actually, rotary motion must be converted to linear reciprocating motions. Okay, a flywheel is required for smoothing. Okay, I will discuss later regarding this flywheels. These are also located in place where dust accumulates on the motor. The cotton fluff should not get collected on the motor surface to avoid burning of the same due to motor heating. Loom motors must withstand the effects of humidity. Here is the rating is given, which are the motors generally they are using. The size of the loom motor depends on the fiber fabrics. Okay, the size of the loom motor depends upon the fabric. For light fabric motor of rating 1.5 kilowatt, of heavy fabrics motors rating 2.2 to 3.7 kilowatts. Okay, depending upon the fabric, the motors ratings are selected here. Okay, if it is light, 1.5 kilowatt, and if it is heavy, then 2.2 to 3.7 kilowatt motors are employed. And further, the speed of the motors are in the range of 100 to 750 rpm. Okay, this is loom motors are standardized under IS. This they are using. Okay, loom motors is 3-phase induction motor with ratings. Card motors already I discussed. This is the image of synchronous motor. Spinning motors. Okay, next one is steel rolling mills. Steel mills. Okay, rolling of steel, the process during which the cross section of the metal gets reduced, which increases its length proportionality. Okay, length proportionality, which means the ruling process will be done either hot ruling or cold ruling. Further, there will be classified as the continuous cold ruling or reverse cold ruling. Similarly, the continuous hot ruling and reverse hot ruling. Okay. I will discuss what is how the continuous ruling it will be done. The main purpose of this steel mills are usually produces slabs, rails, sheets, shapes, beams, bars, angles, etc. Okay, with help of these rolling mills, we are obtaining these things. Okay, now I will discuss about what is the continuous and reversing rulings. Okay, In a reversing hot rolling mills, slabs from hot steels ingots which come directly from steel making shop are manufactured. The ingots are passed in mill stand in both the direction till they are passed to desired thickness. Requirement of the thickness, it will be moved in the both the direction, means forward direction and reverse direction, and finally it pressed to desired thickness until we have to get the desired thickness. The mill rolling mills, it will be moved in the both the directions. Okay, so here the which are the motors are required for this operation, it will be given. Some requirements are there before to selecting the motor. Here these are the requirements. Okay, a wide range of speeds of operation is required. The duty cycle of the load has frequent starts and stop or speed reversal. The motor, because the in the process in this process, sometimes it will be goes in the forward direction and sometimes it will be in the reverse direction. Okay, hence this is called reversal, speed reversal we are mentioning here. The motor and its control must be selected taking this into consideration. When you are selecting this motor, we have to take the consideration of the speed range operation in the required. The duty cycle of the load has frequent starts and stops. Okay. The direction of rotations must be reversible without causing serious disturbance to power handling circuits. Okay, because rotations it will be reversing at any sometimes it will be goes in the forward direction and reverse direction, so that it should not be creates any serious disturbance to power handling circuits. And reliability and accuracy are imperative. uh, Considering these points, keeping in the points which I mentioned now, depending upon this the motors are selected. Okay, and speed control is done. Ward Leonard control of DC motors is very much suitable here. The regenerative speed reversal is possible. Okay, armature current control can be employed for fast retardation. Okay, so here the speed control can be obtained from the Ward Leonard and armature control methods. Okay, continuous hot rolling mills. uh, Earlier I have discussed both direction it will be moves. Okay, reversible hot rolling mills. Here the continuous hot rolling mill. In this continuous hot rolling mill, what it will be happens, billets or strips produced in these mills, the operating in the forward direction only. So this is the difference, it will be moves only one direction. Okay, and the which are the pressing metal which it will be kept here, and it will be uh, rolling, it will be done in only one direction, it is not in the both the direction. This is the difference, continuous and reversible. Okay, and here the mill stands are of two kinds here: roughing mills stands and finishing mill stands. These stands are also two or four high depending upon the number of mill stands. Okay, depending upon the requirements, it will be operated. Okay, when these basics of the process described define the requirements of the drive required for continuous hot rolling. Here the details are given, just you have to go through. and last one is the machine tools. Just you have to go through these few points. Sometimes it will be asked. Okay, the motors must be reliable and low cost, requiring less maintenance. Okay, they must be capable of speed control. Some application may require operation at fixed speeds. Okay, sometimes stepless and smooth speed control is required for better machining times and surface finish. Okay, depending upon the requirements. Okay, it should be a sometimes stepless means stepless or smooth speed control is required. Okay, starting torque may vary from about 10 percentage to 250 percentage of full load torque, depending upon the type of machine tool. The acceleration of the motor should be sufficiently fast to avoid motor heating during starting. Okay, so that if the motor, if it will be accelerated quickly, so that it will be not get heated up, because during the starting current it draws more, so that if the starting time it will be less. Okay, so what it will be happens, we can heating starting time it will be less means heating it will be less, and hence acceleration it will be sufficiently fast. Okay, I repeat here, acceleration is sufficiently fast. Okay, so remaining parts you have to go through. Hmm? With this I conclude this session. Okay, thank you.